last day of the European Contact Making Seminar, Youth Work versus Euroscepticism. We are together with the representative of the partner from Serbia, BIMS Organization. Hello, welcome, and very pleased to be here with us.
Likewise.
We're really pleased too.
Thank you very much for your participation and active involvement and contribution during the seminar sessions, during the activities, the methodology, and the informational exchanges. Therefore, regarding your involvement within the project, I would like to ask you first, how do you feel that your motivation to participate at the seminar was fulfilled during the seminar activities and the seminar time and implementation?
Would you? Okay. Well, quite honestly, at the beginning, I would say I wasn't quite motivated to participate because I imagined it going quite differently, but I was quite surprised with how it went and that I actually quite enjoyed it, and I think my motivation to participate in something like this again is quite high, and definitely I think a lot of new projects are going to be born from all of this.
Thank you very much, very happy to share this.
Unlike my friend, I was motivated from the start. Since the first day we came here, I loved the idea, I loved the concept and the organization. So yeah, and that it was this point from the first day to now the last day. It fulfilled all of my expectations, and me too would like to participate in more activities and projects like this in the future.
Thank you. And now thinking a little bit about the topics that were approached. Yes, the two main topics, youth work and combating Euroscepticism. How do you feel that the content of the seminar, on the main themes that were approached, how do you feel that it fit with the methodology that it was approached and the result that came out?
I think very well, great actually, because we had both in theory and in practice. We had first the presentations and somebody from the facilitators explaining the subject and everything that we might not have known before to us, and then we also had the activities that allowed us to practice it and to build our own skills based on that, and that was very, very good, I think.
I would just like to add to what she said, because I agree with everything what my colleague said, Mary. I would only like to add that it was quite simple to understand. I think for someone that has never been active in youth work specifically, and that has never been in contact with the term Euroscepticism, and progressively it got harder and harder, but it made us think and process our own thoughts and feelings throughout this seminar. So it was quite good, and I think it was quite well put. It was good.
And thinking about the results that we have achieved, we do have the drafts of the Erasmus project, we have the media tools that was created in accordance with the content. How do you plan to further disseminate or to continue to follow up the results that came out of this project?
Well, that was one thing that I did not expect that we'll get from this. I did not know that we were going to write projects and had the potential to develop them in the future, but I'm very happy about it and very excited because I see the potential for it really becoming something physical and something that can possibly happen. So I would like to work on the projects that we developed here more.
For dissemination, I would like to say that definitely once I go back, I'm going to be talking with my mentor, the facilitator.
Same
Alexa,
for me.
yes. Yeah, because Alexa is kind of, I would like to say the brains of BINS and the subgroup that I'm in come out. And I think he's definitely the one that influences people the most to go to projects, go do things. So by telling him, I think everyone is going to believe him, be like, okay, we're going to go this time. Because it was a struggle to get people to go to this. But I think now, once they know that it was quite fun, quite challenging, and in a good way, I think people will be quite interested to come. And as far as the projects that we worked on, I think mine will actually come to light in the next few years, but it might take a little bit of time because I'm still new to it, but I think our organization will definitely assist us in creating it.
And you are also very much involved and actively involved in the organization. And you have also mentioned that it's challenging and there are difficulties nowadays of bringing active people in the society, also due to the challenges of the pandemic that we need to have. What would be like a solution that you have learned from this project that would help other young people to get more involved in the community and to overcome less the challenges that the pandemic have created for us and to be more active in youth work?
I think dissemination. Essentially sharing our stories and telling people how it went, how things went, and simply telling people that it was not that difficult, but it was challenging. I think it will be interesting, intriguing, and it will get people in it. Likewise, maybe we could push people as well, not just our coordinator. So I think this would be good. To get more active people and also sharing our stories on social media. I think I'll ask Alexa to write an article or something like that to put it on her page or and tag you.
Thank you.
Yes, me too. I believe that here peer-to-peer conversations are much effective in this sense and really can get people to involve more, be active more, go to projects. That's very important and that's something that we both do plan to do.
And we also already made it here during the seminar sessions and by the non-formal active involvement and participation, and indeed the personal example, it's one of the best ways to disseminate the results. I would like to ask you now, how do you appreciate the organization of the project? How did you feel about the way that it was organized?
Do you mean the organization of the whole facilitation, everything we did?
Yes, for facilitation and practical aspects. How did you feel about the project, how it was flowed, how it was organized, how did you feel about it, also about the logistics, the way that the framework that was created?
Everything, like I said before, the framework, it started off simple with a little bit tidbits, like introduction, and then it got progressively harder. And I think this was the perfect workspace for us in general to grow and to think. So I think in general it was done quite well and quite thought out. I think everything was on point and given and explained simply. Of course, if we had any additional questions, if we weren't sure, you were there to assist us. And we are thankful to Kasta Morrely for that. In general, I think it went well. Logistics-wise, all our needs were met, so I think we're good.
I don't have much to add because generally I am very satisfied with everything, how it was structured.
And I'd like to ask you, what do you think are the strongest points of the project for you? What would you best and most take out of it?
Shall I go first or do you want to think?
Never mind.
Okay. Quite honestly, I was quite surprised how good I think I am at ability of writing. I do write usually emails and I think they're well structured and they sound nice. And I was like, okay. So I could apply the same to specifically writing like the PR that we practice and part of writing the parts of the project like the needs analysis and participant profile. And I was quite satisfied with what I did and I think I could just improve on that. And it was quite the wow moment, the shock value was knowing that I could actually do it if I implement myself, and I'm happy to know that, and I'm happy you brought that out of me.
Thank you for sharing.
For me too, it would be project writing because I never thought we could do it in like 2 or 3 days span. I thought it takes months. I mean, it does, but of course, but for practice, I think it was good to just give it a framework and to see from start to end how it's supposed to be done, and it made the process much easier for someone who maybe plans to do it in the future. So that, and also the theme of the seminar, the Euroscepticism, is something that I appreciated very much to learn about because it's not something that's an everyday subject and pops up in conversations, and I maybe would not have that many possibilities to learn this detailed and exact about it somewhere else. So that.
Thank you very much for sharing and congratulations for your active participation.